good look at Citi Field, where a little bit later today, the Washington Nationals and New York Mets begin a series. Mets, of course, have been going through it. The Washington Nationals, a bit of a surprise so far in the National League East and around the league in 2026. And we're pleased to be joined in studio by two members of that Nats team, Daylen, Lile, and pitcher Cade Cavalli, who's going to pitch on Wednesday.
Yes.
No, Wednesday, right?
That's right. Yep.
All right. So what is this day before a start usually like for you?
It's very light catch play, just run through my pitches, and then I do a quick workout. Try to get the body primed to go to battle the next day and rest, watch the team, try to go get a dub.
There you go. Daylen, last year we spoke with you because you were the National League Player of the Month for the month of September. You were hot as a pistol during that time. How has that carried over? How has that been so far for you this year?
It's been pretty good. Teams are starting to recognize my weaknesses now. So now I'm just doing a lot more to prepare for the game and just go out there and just do what works for me.
New leadership, obviously, Drew Butera and a whole slew of coaching staff. The front office is new. How has it been different this year as opposed to what you experienced last year?
Yeah, it's been a little bit different. With all the new guys we got and all the new technology and all that stuff, it's been very refreshing. And I feel like the vibes are very good. We're a young group who's hungry, and I feel like we got a lot to prove, and I feel like we're doing that so far.
All right, well, I'm going to let you four talk shop.
Yeah, let's go.
So go ahead.
You guys
I'll talk to you in a minute.
I mean, we had C.J. Abrams in here last year, James Wood. You flip on the Nats, you make a mistake, it's getting barreled hard. All right, so I want to start with you first, all right? And then we're going to dive in with some of the things you changed your wind-up.
Right.
Eric Nay's researcher to the stars dove in hard on your guys.
Right.
All right, 2021, second round out of Louisville High School. Where were you going to college?
It's kind of crazy because in eighth grade, I committed to Indiana. And
Come on.
Yeah, whenever.
All right, because it's changed now, right?
Yeah.
Guys can't. My son's 16. They can't commit till next August, going into their junior year. It was rogue when you were coming up.
Yeah.
Eighth grade. So what do? Go to a showcase, and next thing you know.
Yeah, just went to the showcase and then.
Ran a 6.7.
Yeah, something like that.
Everyone runs a 6.7.
And hitting bullets. So you were going there?
Well, I decommitted and now recommitted to Louisville. Just wanted to stay closer to home, and Louisville has a great baseball program, so I couldn't pass up on it.
All right, so you end up signing with the Nats. We got a couple great ABs. You've been on fire since last September. All right, pause this real quick. Bring up the weighted runs created plus board for him, Dev. Look at the names on this list. Since it started last September, Yordan Alvarez through the roof, Judge, Ben Rice, we all see what he's doing. Otani's on every list we've ever done. Yandy Diaz, Matt Olson, Juan Soto, Daylen, Lile.
Wow, some good
Been working it.
Yeah, it's a pretty good crowd.
So what I want to do, this is going to be a little bit of a love session, and then we're going to teach some 15-year-old kid at home to run outside and try and do something that Daylen Lile does. All right? So I'm going to take you back to last September. Spencer Strider, big-time heater. Kind of just walk me through what you're thinking in these ABs. Are you a guy that sits on fastball? Are you diving in pregame and will take your chances on some off-speed? What's Daylen Lile's kind of thoughts when he strides to the box?
For me, I'm always on the fastball. I don't care whether a guy's 60% breaking balls, I'm always on the heater because they got that 95 in their back pocket, and that's how you make your money, hitting the heater. And believe it, Strider, he was a guy that had a really good fastball, and he really couldn't command a breaking ball. So as long as I was on the fastball, I could react and do what I needed to do.
All right, Tyler Rogers, this pains me because I absolutely loved having him on the WBC roster, but you got to walk me through this. What were you thinking coming around? Do you have any inside the Parker? You have to have one.
4.
You got 4?
Yeah, I got 4.
I've never hit one in my entire life. So you hit second. Pause this real quick. Talk me through that. If he would have held you, were you stopping?
If he held me, I would have broke the Nationals triple record. But,
Then you got to stop,
Hey,
no?
Nah,
What do you do in that moment?
I wanted to crush the Mets' dreams right there and get them out of the playoffs.
All right, now fast forward to this year. You're going up against Logan Webb. We know he's sinker heavy.
Center juice.
So you're sitting two-seamer, middle of the plate?
Yeah, really good two-seam. I mean, like I said, I trust and believe in myself. So if I recognize breaking ball, I can adjust to it.
All right, this is what I love, right? Anybody can pull a homer. But this is Daniel Palencia, throws 100 miles an hour. It starts you off with 2 splits. Run that back for me. We'll get into Michael Brantley. Throws you 2 splits away, and then you do not cheat. Where are your sights? Gap to gap?
I would say right through the shortstop's head. I mean, it's always been that. And I do a little drill that I learned from James with the little tee that we bring to the corner of the box, and it just keeps my...
Hold on. Kevin,
yeah.
I think we got a tee back here.
Oh, yeah.
Yes. Because I want some kid at home. This is what we do. Maybe my son runs outside. What drill you talking about real quick?
So I bring the tee about right here, corner inside.
Uncomfortable in.
Yeah, and I bring it up as high as possible, and I try to get up as close as possible on it.
Really?
And I'll just try to set my barrel and just knob to the ball. I want the ball to...
Just top hand.
Literally just top hand, and I want the ball to actually try to hit you. And that's for me to just keep my direction going towards that way. And I've done it since like August after All-Star break last year, and I kept with it. And whether if it's a ball inside or outside, I'm still just keeping my direction going towards that shortstop.
That's nice right there. All right, let's go. Kevin Franson, I played with him. I know he does your play-by-play and color. He said, I know it's a left-handed hitting Anthony Rendon with the two-hand finish, but there's some Michael Brantley in there as well. I mean, that's an unbelievable comp. You have Michael Brantley's career.
It's pretty good.
Feel pretty good about yourself. All right, walk me through this real quick. From May till April now, you were wide open in July. You seem to have closed it back up. Just tinker throughout the year?
Yeah.
Free the hips up?
Free the hips up, get my eyes both like working, make sure I'm seeing the pitcher and anything that comes towards the plate. And then I used to get my foot down early like Shohei.
Yeah.
And I really didn't have that much rhythm. And I went to the toe tap after All-Star break. I seen Brent Rooker do it whenever we played them at home. And I was like, I actually like that.
Toe tap changed my life.
Yeah, and I've loved it ever since, and I'm still perfecting it.
Run this. You ever mess with the width where you stand in the box?
Maybe a little bit, because sometimes I feel like my head can move a little bit too much. So as long as I'm just staying in my legs and staying grounded,
Get it.
Kevin, this is where you take over.
Yeah, that's right.
Get in on day. He has a couple platinums, couple golds.
Let's see that arm. Get it in.
We just did this with CJ. This was a great job.
Yeah, I appreciated that one.
You make plays like that, you're going to be in the big leagues for a long time, my man.
doing the little things.
That's right.
That's all it is.
Now, you guys are fun to watch from an offensive profile. I mean, you guys run up some dudes, and you kind of hide in the weeds because James and CJ get the love, but not for much longer, dude. I mean, every night it's 2 to 3 barrels I'm seeing come off your bat. All right, Cade. You've had an interesting story.
Yeah.
First rounder out of Oklahoma, fast descent, and then TJ hits you.
That's right.
Battle back, and you get named the opening day starter this year. What did that mean to you?
It meant a lot. You know, like you said, it was just a long road.
Yeah.
Back from TJ. You know, a bunch of bumps and bruises along the way, but a lot of the guys that are in the clubhouse are a lot of the guys that I was able to lean on in the process, and just seeing them react the way they did to it meant a lot.
Were you
extremely
expecting to
humbling.
get the opening day start? Did you have a big spring?
No, I wasn't expecting that. I was, you know, I think it's a goal for every starting pitcher to go out there and try to, you know, have a great spring and just put yourself in a chance to make a team. That's my goal every spring, and you know, it was just really good getting that nod, and I just wanted to go out there and compete for our team and start the year off right.
All right, let's dive in. Let's get a couple ABs. There's a bully fastball in here, four-seamer, there's sinker. You've incorporated a sweeper into the mix now. I just wanted to give you some love on getting the opening day start. I know how hard you worked. to come back. Quiet moments, wondering what the heck's going on, right, in your rehab. And then to find yourself out on Wrigley. But here it is. I mean, Drake Baldwin, as good a fastball hitter as there is in the game, and you don't deviate. You have different variations, right? We're seeing that a lot now. You got to have the 2-seam and the 4-seam.
Yeah, 2 different shapes. That's right.
Keep it rolling here. Ozzie Albies, the reason we put this one in there, I mean, you throw just a nasty, you get his eye level up right there and then whoop, whoop. Ew. That's what we call our classic tunneling.
That's right. That's right.
You always had a big breaking ball?
I have, yeah. You know, it's funny because in college, I didn't pitch a whole lot until really my junior year. I started pitching a ton. Threw a little bit in sophomore year.
You didn't pitch in high school?
Barely. Yeah, it'd be like come off shortstop.
That's what I try and tell these parents.
Yeah.
Like I'm trying to get the kid who's going to start in the big leagues is probably #1 starter is probably the backup catcher on the 13U team right now. But you didn't.
Yeah, so it would just come off a shortstop, pitch a little bit, and then my freshman year in college, I played first base and third base. Pitch from there. And then sophomore year, DH, pitch. And then junior year, I was like, all right, I'm gonna try to do this. And you know, my coach loved my slider at that point, which I don't throw a slider anymore. But I had a curveball, and then once I got to pro ball, we were looking at the numbers and like, all right, that's probably your best breaking pitch. So
really
started playing with it, and you know, the more reps you get with it, the better you get. So.
All right, talk to me about adjusting, and this is Jordan Walker. I mean, just nasty breaking stuff right here. Eric Nays, researcher to the stars, I say it all the time, right there for you. Like there's a sweeper in your arsenal now. You get him thinking right there and you throw the 2-seamer back.
Yeah, I think we're playing lanes right there with him. You know, you get a sweeper off the plate and then kind of opens up that take on the outside where you can run a sinker back there. So just trying to use our misses.
Look at this nasty pitch. Oh my gosh. That's off the table. And you've changed up your windup. You used to be old school.
Yeah.
Over the head.
Yeah. Yeah, I think we just try to simplify it. I do love the over the head.
You do. Can you get up on the mound and like kind of walk me through what you're thinking or help some young kid?
Yeah.
We had Taj Bradley. He was talking about getting into his back hit.
Exactly.
Kind of riding that down the mound.
Yeah. I think that, you know, in today's league, you're seeing a lot of guys hone in on tipping, right? So,
oh my God.
When I was here, there was a few things that I was doing that teams were able to get on me because of how I would set my wrist with curveball and stuff. So, just getting down here with a bigger glove and just simplifying it to where I'm not changing wrist position.
So
everything's staying the same.
This was strictly to avoid tipping.
Pretty much, yeah. And you know, once you start doing it, everything feels very simple. But I did like the rhythm part of this.
Yeah.
Staying over the rubber. So, you know, going to this felt a little bit weird at first, but you know over the offseason.
Any velocity doing it. That's what when I was with the Nats in 12, Steven Strasburg, that hybrid, and I was like, man, you got to throw slower doing that, and they don't. David Price, I mean, a bunch of guys.
Right. But yeah, so I think that what this did was simplify everything. You know, I'm a quad thrower, which is a little bit different than most guys in the league. So I'll throw off my toes instead of the heel. So really, for me, it's about being athletic. And, you know, I think that a big reason of that is playing shortstop.
Exactly.
You know, you're coming through and all of it is on the ball of your feet going there. So that's just kind of how I learned to throw hard. So whenever I got up here, didn't have a clue what I was doing, just trying to throw like I'm coming from shortstop. It's evolved into trying to simplify it, but you know, we're coming up, getting in here, trying to stay in the backside as long as possible, get into a sprinter's position, landing, stay close, and just trying to stay through it. So
it's working.
Simple, yeah.